Hi, I have bad news. Bobby didn't make it. It's heartbreaking. Yesterday we spent the entire day trying to pump him with whichever ounce of energy that we could. He was completely dehydrated. His blood was thin like water. He had anemia. It was so bad. Furthermore, we suspect that there was a neurological issue caused by starvation, because who knows how long he was there? Who knows how long he got until he deteriorated to that point. This didn't happen overnight. This happened over months of his owner looking at him, watching him, and thinking, oh, well, he's dying. I should take him to the vet, but maybe not. And in the end, he let him deteriorate to that point, and he just chucked him in a hole. Some people commented, well, maybe he fell on that hole. Dogs don't fall on holes like that. This dog was dumped there, knowing full well that he wouldn't have any energy to climb. He wouldn't be able to bark. He wouldn't be able to do anything. The people working in that facility, this is a place where they raise trees. It's a greenhouse. The people there found him 3 days ago, and they tried to get him help. These people are very basic manual laborers in a very underprivileged area of the country, and they wouldn't take the dog to the vet. Apparently they called the police, but police didn't even show up. And finally, they happened to know someone that knew us, and that's how they arrived to us. Heartbreaking, really heartbreaking. I have no way of knowing if we would have been able to save him if we got him 3 days ago. I don't know. Maybe. Probably because his condition maybe wouldn't be so bad. We suspect that he had tetanus because his jaw was completely clenched. He didn't open. It was really difficult for him to swallow, to drink, to eat. We have images of him just trying to lick some wet food. He wouldn't eat normally. He wouldn't chew or anything like that. He was just clinging onto life. He couldn't even make the effort to nothing. When we got him and we gave him fluids, immediately he perked up. He was completely dehydrated. He was shutting down. And those first fluids that we gave him, initially it looked like a miracle. He was going to resuscitate because, of course, he suddenly had electrolytes, and suddenly his brain function started working again. And it looked pretty good for a while. He spent the rest of the night resting. There was no much movement. He was not in pain or anything like that. But he was slowly shutting down. It is so heartbreaking. It's terrible. Linda is devastated. So am I. And I just wish they had called us earlier. But why didn't they call you? Because they didn't know us. The entire country doesn't know us. We are just a tiny speck of hope in the middle of a vast sea of nothing. When people find a dog like this, usually they try to avoid responsibility, just in case they have to take him to the vet and pay for anything. So That's why it took so long until they found us. We reacted immediately. We went to pick him up immediately. Linda rushed into the hospital. It was immediate, like it always is with us. But what happened before? We will never know. We will never know, or we will, because we know who the owner is. Because it turned out that Bobby was microchipped. We saw that the moment we got him, he arrived to the vet, there was a microchip. But that was not the time to start looking for the owner. That was not the time to start asking for responsibilities. Through that microchip and through the data attached to it, we now have a story. It's a story that doesn't have much detail, but we know the broad strokes. He had an owner, and because Bobby was a pit bull, he had to be registered, and he tried to register him, but the registration was denied. It wasn't processed. He didn't have permission to have such a dog. So instead of proceeding with the application and following the law, he got rid of him. He got rid of him even if he was microchipped, even if he knew that eventually somebody will find out. But these people don't care. When somebody that is capable of doing something like this doesn't care, he doesn't think what's going to happen, he doesn't think whether the dog is going to suffer an agonizing death or how long it's going to take him to die. These people have no soul, no conscience. There is nothing in there. There really is nothing in there. So tomorrow morning we will file a lawsuit. I don't know what the exact word in English is, but a police report. We will do everything by the book, and we will pursue this until the full extent of the law. That's as much as I can tell you right now. Linda is devastated, so am I. We wanted Bobby to live. We wanted this to be a beautiful success story. We wanted to turn his life around. We wanted to be a beacon of hope for other dogs. And now he's just dead. Thank you very much to those of you that donated last night. This is all gonna go to his to the care that we gave him. The hospital, they had people there all night taking care of him, and just, what can I say? It's too hard. It's too difficult, and I wish there was a perfect system whether a dog will appear and immediately we will be contacted and immediately everything happen. But this is an imperfect system and it's an imperfect world. There's nothing we can do, but we can try. We can continue doing what we do in the hope that we will save as many as possible, and we usually do, but in this case we just didn't get that in time. Sorry, Bobby. Thank you very much to all of you for being here, for your support, and for having tried, because you did try. Just to that for him. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.